The goal is to get the word out about the Heart Gallery cause and to get these kids into loving homes as soon as we can. And that's what we're here for. That's what we're talking about tonight. We thank you again for being here and for your support. And now I want to welcome the honorary hosts of this evening, the National Heart Gallery exhibit launch. Senator Grassley is here right now, and we are so happy to see you. And would you come forward? And I suppose I should tell them a little bit about you, but you told me to give you only 10 seconds of introduction, and I think everybody knows this gentleman and all the wonderful things he has done for children.
Thank you. Thank you. I always say to people like her, if you get a long introduction, if I need a long introduction after 31 years in the Senate, there's something wrong with me. Thank you very much, particularly the people that we're honoring today, the photographers that have done all the hard work. I'm glad to be with you today to celebrate families across the country and to help raise awareness of adoption. I realize that there are nearly 100 heart galleries across the country. They're traveling photographs of children in foster care who want forever families. The Heart Gallery affects over 5,000 adoptions per year. I'm told that the adoption rate increased by 25% upon the installation of the Heart Gallery in a region. So it's great that we have this event take place today, the first day of November, the month set aside each year to raise awareness about adoption and encourage the people of this great country to help provide safety and permanency for all children. While we commemorate the month, we should celebrate families every day of the year, and we should frequently acknowledge the many kids who long to be part of what we call family in America. That's the one thing I remember going through the maze that Dave of Wendy set up. All of the things and the trouble that people wanting adoption and then talking to the kids. They said, you know, I want a mom and dad. I'd like to have a home. Permanency. Sometimes some of them use the word stability or stable life. Now there are about 107,000 kids in foster care waiting for such families. I've worked to pass legislation that's on the books, which is making it easier for children in foster care to be adopted into permanent, loving homes, as well as having permanency with a relative guardian. And you're going to hear soon from Senator Landrieu, and she deserves the most credit for these efforts as well. For example, on another piece of legislation in 2008, I was part of a bipartisan effort to pass the Fostering Connections to Success and Increasing Adoption Act of 2008. This new law represents the most significant and far-reaching improvement to child welfare in over a decade. It provided additional federal incentives to states to move children from foster care to adoptive homes. But I know that there's always more that needs to be done. That's why Senator Landrieu and I put together a foster youth caucus in the Senate about 2 years ago. We want to hear from foster youth about what changes are still needed in our public policy. We need to know what barriers and challenges they face as they make their way into new families or out into the real world as independent people. We have also heard that there are challenges that still exist for children and families even when adoption does happen. We wanted to focus on helping young people when they age out of foster care system, typically at 18. As many as 29,000 children age out every year without ever finding an adoptive placement or without the security of family. And under those circumstances, we know that they often end up homeless, incarcerated, or addicted to drugs. While research shows that 40% of Americans have considered adopting, many are reluctant because they are unsure of the adoption process. They have inaccurate perceptions about children who are eligible to be adopted. And won't these pictures change a lot of those inaccurate perceptions? And so once again, thank you. Some people believe that most children in foster care are there because of delinquency or behaving problems. The unfortunate fact is this, that most children who are in foster care today are there because they've been abused, neglected, or abandoned. And as my friend Senator Landrieu once said, and these are her words, these kids aren't broken, but their families are. So we must always look to strengthen the families. We need to improve programs to help children in foster care and encourage more adoptions. National Adoption Month is about kids who need a home. It's about kids who just want a mom and a dad. It's about helping children who are victims of neglect and abuse. And it's about giving children living in foster environments the ability to live this dream. I'm proud to support the many kids who want permanency, and I'm glad to work with many organizations, including all of you here today, who make those dreams come true, and particularly for the group represented here in this gallery who goes the extra mile to donate to helping people find those permanent homes. Thank you very much. God bless all of you.